first things first. We're going to write the equation of a line passing through the point x1, y1 with the slope of m. And you can use the point slope formula. So the point slope formula is y minus y1 equals your slope times x minus x1, where x1 and y1 are your numbers from your point, and m is your slope. Okay, x and y are just going to be x and y. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at some of these. And as we do it, if we take and we solve out this for y, it gives us our slope-intercept form, okay? So just by us solving it completely, it's going to give us the correct formula for slope-intercept that we can use to graph, do everything from. So we're going to go ahead and look at number 1. We're going to go through all the odds of these. For number 1, we're going to have y minus, what would our y1 be here? 1 equals our slope times x minus x1, which is 4. So we're just taking and plugging in our slope, which is our m, and our point, which is our x1 and our y1. And then we just solve. So to solve for y, what do I need to do first? Before I add, I even need to distribute. So we get y minus 1 equals, what is 2 times x? What is 2 times negative 4? Then I can go back and do what? Add 1. What is negative 8 plus 1? Negative 7. So we get 2x minus 7. So now it's in slope-intercept form, and then we can graph it. Okay, so we can take it with a point and a slope and create the whole equation that we can use to graph. So now we're going to look at number 3. So for number 3, we have our point, we have our slope. So we're going to do y minus, what is y1? Equals our slope, which is times x minus negative 6. So when we subtract a negative number, what's actually happening? We're adding. So that's actually x plus 6 in there. So does the minus 0 change anything? So we really have y equals, then we just distribute. 2/3 times x is, then we have 2/3 times 6. So if we want to multiply this, we can put 6 over 1. What is 2 times 6? And then 3 times 1? So from here, what can I simplify 12/3 to what? Or just 4? And if you need to use your calculator to help you multiply fractions, please do. All right, now we're going to look at question 5. So for question 5, we're going to do y minus equals negative 1 times x minus 4. Because when we subtract a negative number, it is addition. Now, what do I need to do to solve this? Distribute. So y plus 3 equals, what is negative 1 times x? Negative 1 times negative 4.
Plus 4.
And then to solve for y?
Minus 3.
So we get y equals negative x. What is 4 minus 3?
Plus 1.
There we go. And then we're going to look at question 7. So for question 7, y minus negative 4
equals 0.
times, or x minus 3. Yep, we subtract. Now, when I subtract a negative number,
Add.
so we get y plus 4 equals, what is 0 times x?
0.
What is 0 times negative 3? 0. So what's the right side of the equation going to be? 0. And now what do I do from here? Subtract 4, so we get y equals
X.
negative 4.
You don't need an X.
In this one, the x goes away because 0 times x is
Oh, it's one of those
0.
straight lines.
It's what?
It's one of those straight lines.
Is it horizontal or vertical? Horizontal. That is a horizontal line. We know that because it has a slope of 0. Okay, it's a 0 slope, so that means it is a horizontal line. All right, I want y'all to do 2, 4, 6, and 8 for me real quick. Okay, I want y'all to work on those, and then we're going to go over them. Chloe, I heard those like move, but I didn't immediately look up until I looked up and you weren't next to them, and I went. Made me think the ghostie was acting up.
Like for that. Like,
So
I don't even know what I did.
whenever you have a proportion, what do you have to do?
Like. Oh yeah. Okay, cool.
All right, what did y'all get for number 2?
Y equals negative 3 x plus 5.
It's not plus 5 there. Minus 7 is correct. So let's look at that. So when we distribute negative 3/4 to 8, okay, because a negative and a negative make that positive 8. So we're going to multiply positive and negative, which makes it negative. 3 times 8 is 24. Divided by 4 gives us 6. And then we have negative 6 minus 7. Or negative 6 minus 1, which gives us negative 7. Okay, for number 4, what did y'all get? Y equals 4x minus 9 is correct. Because when we distribute 4 times 0, that will just be 0. And then we can move the 9 to the other side. And if you need to show the minus 0 step right there to show that 4 times 0 is 0, show what you got to show. I will never fault you for showing steps that are there, but like kind of invisible. I will never fault you for that. All right, for number 6. Whoops, what is the answer for number 6?
Y equals 1x 3.
1x minus 3. Okay, so we distribute 1 times x to get x, 1 times 4 to get 4. Then we subtract 7 on both sides. 4 minus 7 is negative 3. For number 8, what did y'all get?
Y equals negative 1/4 x plus 2.
Just negative 1/4 x. Okay, so
I keep forgetting.
whenever we multiply any fraction by the number in the denominator,
But it says we're adding now, so it would be
so, but we're multiplying by a negative. Yep. So 1/4 times 4 is just negative 1. Okay, and we add 1 on both sides. Negative 1 plus 1 is 0. Do I have to show the plus 0 there? No, I don't have to show it. But can I show it if I want to? Yeah. All right. So now, the second thing we're going to look at today is whenever we are given 2 points. Occasionally, it will ask us to write the equation of a line that goes through 2 points. When it does that, we have to first find our slope. Can we find our slope? What is the formula we can use to find slope? And then we're just going to, once we find the slope, we just plug that in for m. Then we just plug into y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Now, this formula says x1 and y1, but you can plug in any of the points that they give you, and it will still work. I kind of operate under the, I'm going to plug in the point that has the smallest numbers, or that they're easier to multiply. So like if I have a point with 0 and 1 and a point with 8 and 9, would you rather have to multiply with 0 and 1 or 8 and 9? 0 and 1. So pick the point that is the easier point to deal with, and that will make the problem go a little bit smoother for you. So let's go ahead and look at these. So we're going to do the odds again. So it says write the equations of the line that passes through the 2 given points. Write all final answers in slope-intercept form. So first we got to find our slope, plug into the point-slope formula, and then simplify it. So let's start with finding our slope on number 9. So if you need to, take the 5 seconds, label your point. x1, y1, x2, y2. So from here, what is the numerator going to be? Yeah, negative 1 minus 7. What's the denominator going to be? So we have negative 1 minus 7, which is negative 8. Then in our denominator, we have 1 minus negative 3. What is that going to be? That is 4, because when we subtract a negative number, we add. Can we simplify negative 8 over 4? To what? Negative 2. Now, for this problem, which set of points would be easier? X1, Y1 or X2, Y2? X2, Y2, because it's just 1 and negative 1. So let's plug those in. We're going to have Y minus, what do I plug in? Equals negative 2 times X minus 1. And from there, everything's the same. So subtract a negative number, you add. So we get Y plus 1. Then we distribute. What is negative 2 times X? Plus 2. And then how do I solve that? So we get Y equals negative 2X plus 1. And we're going to do that same thing for number 11. So we're going to find our slope. So we have M equals, what's our numerator going to be?
Negative 6 minus negative 1.
And then our denominator will be?
4 minus 2.
So when we subtract a negative number, we actually have negative 6 plus 1, which is,
Negative 5.
then we have 4 minus 2, which is, can I simplify 5 over 2?
No.
So now let's plug in. Which point do y'all want to plug in?
2, negative 1.
So 1 minus
Negative 1.
equals negative 5/2 times.
X minus 2.
Now, subtract a negative number. That means we,
Uh,
so we have Y plus 1 equals, now we distribute. What is negative 5/2 times X? Negative 5/2 X. What about negative 5/2 times negative 2?
5.
It is, oh, a negative and a negative make it
5.
positive 5. Okay, quick moment. Okay, you don't have to write this, but I'm going to write it over here. If I have 1/4 times 4, what happens with those two 4s? They cancel and I just get 1, right? If I have 2/3 times 3, what is that going to be? 2. If I have 7/5 times 5, what is that going to be? 7. Whenever we multiply by the denominator, it is canceling it out. So that is a rare case where we can real quickly multiply our fraction super fast. Now, you can still do it the longer way. So like 7 over 5 times 5. Put it over 1. 7 times 5 is 35. Divided by 5 is 7. Okay? It works either way. But if you can remember that when you multiply by the denominator, it makes it cancel, that can speed you up just a little bit. So let's look at finishing this problem. So how do I finish from here?
Minus 1.
So we get Y equals negative.
Minus 4.
Plus 4.
Plus 4.
Because 5 minus 1. All right, and then we're going to do number 13. So we're going to do M equals, what is the numerator going to be?
Negative 5 minus 1.
And then our denominator?
0 minus negative 8.
So what is negative 5 minus 1?
Negative 4.
Hmm?
Negative 6.
Negative 6. And then what is 0 minus negative 8? Hmm?
8.
Positive 8. Because when you subtract a negative number, you add. Can I simplify negative 6 over 8? To what?
2 something.
Or not negative 2 over 4, but 3 over 4. We can take 2 out of both. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So now, which point do y'all want to use? 5 and 0. Yep. So Y minus negative 5 equals negative 3/4 X minus 0. From here, when I subtract a negative number, so we get Y plus 5 equals, and then we have plus 0. Do I really need the plus 0? No, but it doesn't hurt anything. Then I subtract 5 on both sides. What is 0 minus 5? -5. And there we go. So it's really just combining what we did on Monday with finding slope with what we did today. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and do those 3 even problems for me. So go ahead and do all 3 of the evens.
Wait, so if we put either one of those, it equals.
Mm-hmm. Both of them will work. Because you're using both of them to create the slope, so they're both on the line. Yes.
Oh, we need to.
Oh, they're up there in the Monday thing. I'll grab you one if you want me to grab you one. Are you done with the test? Just put it right there in that pink folder. All right. So once you finish those 3, you can check your answers. And then we have 6 questions on Delta Math. So it's just 6 questions. It's too many? 6 questions is too many. I'll go make it 12.
No.
All right, let's look.